So back to Jada again. Jada right now is pretty much exclusively the ones in charge of all of the die-cast stuff that's being done with Transformers right now. For the longest time, Hasbro was trying to do it in-house with their RPM series and their Speedstar series. But in recent years, as of now, it seems that Jada, which is a separate company that's been doing die-cast cars for a long time now. I've actually owned quite a few of Jada's cars way before when the Initial D series was doing cars through them and everything. So Jada's a really good company for die-cast cars. They do a lot of really high-quality stuff. So they started doing recently with the last night, they started doing 1 by 32 scale, 1 by 24 scale, 1 by 64 scale of all the different cards and stuff. And I have a bunch of them. They're really great quality stuff. There recently was a exhibition for a diecast convention where they were showing off some new product by Jada. It just so happened that while Jada was showing off a lot of their new product of regular car stuff at this diecast convention, they also showed off in their panel what they have planned from a license standpoint. And as a result, we got some links and stuff like that of what is going to be coming. What that is exactly is they're going to be doing a line of and this is really cool, G1 based die-cast cars based off of G1 characters, which that's really cool because that's something that we've yet to get at this point. To get like, I would love to get, imagine like any of the Datsuns, done in the old school, 280Z Datsun, second generation Datsun Z, which is what Prowl and Blue Streak and all of them were based on, but like in a nice die cast of it. So right now, all they've shown is that they have 4 different Transformer releases planned, and of the 4 planned, it's 2 movie toys and 2 G1 toys. Or diecast. So it's going to be a movie Optimus Prime that's the Western Star truck, which is the one that's based off of Age of Extinction. The second body from Age of Extinction, not the flat nose, the long nose. And a Bumblebee. The Bumblebee, though, is based off of how he's going to look in his Bumblebee movie.
Yeah, which is interesting. I thought they would have gone for the older one, but
yeah,
I guess maybe like they're kind of thinking for it. They're like thinking forward ahead.
What I think it's one of 2 possibilities I have in my mind. The first one is I think it's more just to save on a mold because it'll go into our what's happening with G1 also, because the movie Bumblebee turns into a Volkswagen Beetle. And now they're also doing a G1 line, which is going to have a G1 Optimus Prime, which is the flat nose truck, but it's also going to have a G1 Bumblebee. Now this means that it's also going to be a 66 Volkswagen. So I think that there might be just paint differences between the 2, but more or less it's going to be the same mold.
Right.
And this is something that is not a surprise. Any die-cast company, when they mold a car, just like when they do with Transformer toys, they milk that mold forever.
Yeah.
I know you could go into Toys R Us right now, go to the Hot Wheels section, and most of those molds of the cars on the blue back Hot Wheels toys are molds that have been used since the 60s. And that's not a joke. Like, that's 100% fact. Like, there's a lot of molds that they've just kept in circulation, and they just repaint them and repaint them and repaint them.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's no surprise that they would want to do something like this here too. But I really dig that they're doing G1 ones. Because, and again, right now all we have is G1 Prime, G1 Bumblebee, Movie Prime from Age of Extinction, and Movie Bumblebee from the Bumblebee movie.
Right.
But it looks like that if there's success, there will be more. So they showed the product list, and obviously there's other branded stuff on there. They have Initial D is amazingly on that list too. So they're going to be bringing back some Initial D stuff. There's cars on there. There's Ghostbusters. There's a Black Panther car, which looks like it uses... it looks like it could be... it looks like the old LP2000 Lamborghini. I don't know. That's what I think it looks, because it has like the slashes on the side.
It looks like either a Ferrari or it looks like a McLaren, a more recent McLaren.
It's hard to tell. And there's a Thanos one. There's all kinds of. I'm going to post the images for what's their lineup for their Hollywood series, as it's called, all the movie-based stuff and TV-based stuff that's coming out. But I just like that the Deadpool one's a taco truck. I just noticed that now.
Chimichangas.
Either way, the point is that so this is a really cool line that's going to be coming out, and the Hollywood Rides is the official name for it. And I really dig this. I hope that the G1 part of it really gets some legs. And the only reason why I say G1 over movie is because I was a avid collector of the RPM series. As a car guy, Wendell is one too. I really appreciated the diecast car part of Transformers, and when the RPM and Speedstar series was a thing, I bought every single one of them. They were cheap, they were affordable, and they looked great. And so that whole 64 scale series, I bought every single one. And I feel that if they go do movie stuff again, I mean, really at this point, almost every character has been done of
Right.
importance. Like if you go back to the RPM stuff, everyone was covered in every color possible. And now Jada just recently did a whole bunch for the last night, and a lot of those characters were covered. From Barricade, Hot Rod, Crosshairs, Bumblebee, Optimus Prime. So it's not truly needed from the movie side, but the G1 side, that fascinates me because of all the classic cars those guys were based on.
Right.
All those popular 80s vehicles. I would love to see like their diecast take on a Hot Rod, which was based
Right.
off of a little bit of the Dome Zero for like the Nissan kind of prototype car back in the day. Like I would love to see their takes on stuff like that. And even if they don't want to dive into that more futuristic Cybertronian 86 kind of characters, then the 84, 85 guys, the Toyota 1 or the Nissan box, it's kind of a debate which one is 100% with Ironhide and Ratchet,
Oh, okay,
or that
okay.
of the Fair Lady Z's or the Datsun Z's with the Prowl and Blue Streak and Smokescreen, and then even going into the Lancias with Wheeljack. Like there's so many cool things that could be done, and not to mention they love those are characters that if you love repainting stuff, you do the
Yeah, you can
Datsun
keep going.
brothers. You do the Datsun brothers. You got Prowl, Blue Streak, Smokescreen. Then you could do Blue Streak. You
Yeah.
could do Silver Streak. Like there's so many repaints just from that alone. You do if you do Lambor, aka Sideswipe, there's all the built-in repaints too
Yeah,
of Deep
exactly.
Cover, Red Alert, Tiger Tracks. So there's a lot of cool stuff that could be done with this. And I would really like to see more of this done because as a car guy, all of those 80, 84, 85, 86 stuff, I love. Like Beast
They're
Wars is
very
my favorite.
iconic. They're very iconic
Yeah,
cars.
well, Beast Wars is my favorite Transformer series, but the one thing G1 will always have is vehicles. It'll always have those iconic cars and those vehicles which everyone digs. And as a guy who's a big car guy, that's something that always draws me to it. And stuff like this, I'm really like this is day one purchase stuff for me. Like I'm really excited about this stuff, and I can't wait to see this stuff. Like I'm going to be passing by the diecast aisle now, hoping for it to pop up
Mm,
because this is some cool stuff.